Okay, so we're recording now. And great. So yeah, so just again to recap, for those of you that haven't seen the videos in the playlist, I'll drop the link, but it's pretty straightforward. It's on the YouTube channel, and there are playlists, and there's a bootcamp playlist, and there are 2 great getting started videos there as well, which cover in detail there exactly like this. We did bootcamp webinars like this, and what we did there and what we covered was very simple, just literally very simple getting started, opening up the personas, how they correlate with each other, and that was the kind of stuff. So that was how they correlate with each other, how they interact with each other, and so on and so forth. So we haven't actually really done any strategy. So if you want to know how that all works, here, let me show the screen. I haven't really done anything. I'm not really doing anything yet on the screen, but I'll show the screen so that it's here. It's just one of my demo profiles I've got there. Can you guys see the screen now? Yeah, great. Okay. Okay, so like I was saying, there are 2 bootcamp videos. One is talking all about getting started, setting up your personas and profiles and how they interact with each other, exactly what a profile is, exactly what a project is, and how they correlate with each other. And everyone that was a little bit confused really loved that one. So I urge you to go and watch those bootcamp videos. They'll really just give you a full understanding on how everything connects with each other. And what I want to discuss now is, and just I guess train as well, and just go over so that we're all understanding and on the same page, is the 2 sides of BrowSEO. Okay, because BrowSEO has got 2 major sides, and in the middle they all come together. And what sides are those? The sides of SEO and the other side of social media marketing. And for those hardcore SEOs, it's just SEO. And for those who are involved in social media marketing and just want to do social media marketing, you can't even fathom the idea of doing SEO because it's so technical and it can get a little bit overwhelming, and the backlinks and the this and all of the PBNs and setting them up and worrying about that, and then the outreach and all that kind of, all of the technical stuff that you have to do in order to drive backlinks, whether or not you're building them yourself or whether or not you're you're doing just outreach, white hat, whatever, gray hat, black hat. With social media, and it's becoming more and more of a crossover, as I'm sure you're all feeling it and seeing it and knowing it, is that with social media on one side and SEO on the other, we're forgetting that in the middle is actually where they meet. And we're seeing all of that coming together so much more now. Literally now, as we are doing this, we're seeing like crowd searching having a great effect, just being able to rank videos without even comments, without just crowd searching, just getting interaction to your pages, brand interaction, social interaction. So what that is the coming together of social really starting to influence SEO. And so take for example, if you're doing SEO and you're ranking and you've got the top 3 positions that you want to go and compete with, of course. So the top 3 positions you're going to want to analyze. You see with the social shares, see the amount of backlinks that they got. So let's just say all those sites, those 3 sites, will all have the same authority, the same age, the same anchor text ratio. For example, the one that would have the more social shares would be the one that actually would win that race, because a social share, specifically Facebook, and I've tested this and lots of others have tested it, and it's just the fact that a Facebook share has got rank worth. It will help you rank, and it will add, and it's also a backlink. So don't forget, when you share on Facebook, you're creating a backlink. It might be a no follow. It might be embedded link. It might not appear as a link, but it is a link. These are all links. So when you post something on Facebook, the actual link itself may not rank you, but the fact that you've posted something on Facebook, the the next thing that should happen from there is people are going to click on it. And when people click on it, what you get there is just a natural effect. And you get the natural crowd searching, and you get people just getting familiar with your site that may not have known about it in the past. So while there isn't a direct effect as such with Facebook likes, or maybe, you know, a Pinterest share, or a Pinterest, you know, repin, or Instagram links, or, you know, because you can't really, there are no links in Instagram, for example. You know, what you're getting there is users, real people that are coming to your site, and this is what you want to do. You want to connect your sites to Google Analytics. You want to connect your sites, your you know, your PBNs to webmaster tools, because when you've got BrowSEO and you're able to actually create these real profiles and personas, you want to be showing the you want to be showing Google, you want to be showing webmaster tools, you want to be showing analytics, all of this social traffic. You want to be seeing this all happening. They want to be seeing it. So these are all going to be great signals to show them. So whether or not you've got a money site, or whether or not you've got a PBN, you kind of treat them the same now. They're all one and the same. You can't, you shouldn't really, no one should be able to tell the difference between a PBN site and your money site in reality, because that's what the whole point is. The point is, a PBN, it used to be, could just be this ugly little thing that, you know, could just drive a backlink and the authority, and with, you know, Google changing so much with the way that they look at expired domains and how they treat the links, and whether or not they're going to continue to give credit to those links, and so on and so forth. These are all things that are always constantly potentially changing, right? Because when something gets dropped, you know, and I know I'm covering a lot over here, but it'll all come together because I'm trying to discuss how SEO and social media pretty much are all coming together, and it's all one and the same. So we have one side where you've got SEO, backlinks, and that's where it was. Now it's really looking for more of the real traffic and the real engagement that comes from social media. So Google is really looking for all of this, and they have actually been looking at this for a long time. You know, for years. I mean, they want to see. It's known for years that Google want to see traffic coming from all other places. They kind of get jealous a little bit if they see all of this traffic coming from Facebook and Pinterest and Instagram and Twitter. You know, they're like, oh, you know, this must be a very popular site. Let me see what's happening. Let me go, Spider, check out this site. Let me get a little bit more involved, give it a little bit more authority, spend a little bit more time recrawling it, because, you know, all these other social sites and social networks are talking about it, right? But now, as we're moving into you know, a world where backlinks are always going to be a major ranking factor, but we're moving into a world where, you know, it's very important to build engagement. And, you know, we see lots of these social tools just, you know, stopping with all of these auto posters, and Instagram stopping allowing the auto posting and scheduling, and, you know, they might work, some might work for now and what have you, but I completely agree with them. I believe that all of these auto posters, I mean, if you're just auto posting to your profile, what are you doing it for? There's no SEO benefit, number one, because you're posting it to your Facebook page. You know, there's just no SEO benefit there. The only SEO benefit that you're going to get is if someone clicks on that link and then goes and sees and they like it, and then they create, you know, a little bit of crowd searching, real traffic, you know, basically real content that people are going to want to connect with, that people are going to want to, you know, share, right? So that's the idea, is, you know, if you're just auto, and you know what the thing is, I've been getting a lot more involved personally recently with social networks, specifically Medium, and Medium, I have to say, Medium has also stopped with if this then that, and I agree with them. It's absolutely become like a free-for-all, and if they don't put a cull to all of this automated spam, it's just going to basically just deteriorate, and the site won't have that authority as always, which is what happens, right? When, you know, marketers, especially SEOs, get a hold of something, just break it. We just abuse the crap out of it until it stops working, and that's just the nature of people, especially SEO. People always thinking, you know, let me just quickly, jump onto this, bandwagon. Let me get this little hack to work for me for the next couple of weeks, and then it stops, and then you're gonna look for the next one. And there's always, there's always another way to churn and burn. And if that's what you're into, that's cool. You could always look for other ways to, but it's becoming a lot more of a faster churn nowadays. You need to be flipping these sites in a matter of days and weeks, not months and 6 months and so on. So when you're treating them like that, so when you bring your engagement into social media and you're actually, and I've said this so many times, and I'm going to say it again, and you're actually adding value and providing real content that's useful to the people that you're sharing it with, they're going to connect with it. They're going to connect with you. They're going to share your content. They're going to get you likes. I mean, I'm talking about likes to a post, not likes to a fan page. I was reading an article about likes to a fan page, literally just, from 2013, how it's dead. The engagement on Facebook is dead. And this was 2013. I was just reading it as if it was an article written today. I was reading it just earlier on today. It was on Neil Patel's old site, Kissmetrics, so the old part of the blog. And it was just talking about how, you can get a like to a page, but if you're not engaging and you're not going to literally get your knees dirty, you're going to get your hands dirty, get into the nitty-gritty, get into the actual market, get into the niche, go to where the people are, right? Instead of acting like, oh, we're like, kings and we just syndicate and, everyone's going to read my content because it's so important and I'm such an important person and people are going to, really, we all know that doesn't happen. That's not the way that it works. Take social media, for example. There is the herd mentality like you won't believe. How often have you just literally scrolled down your own Facebook feed, seen an article that you connected with and were like, I'm not going to like it because no one's liked it yet. And how many times have you scrolled through that feed and been like, oh, right, cool, so many people are I'm just going to like this one because it's got to be cool. And that's just the nature of things. That's just the way people are. So I want to drill down how you can use BrowSEO. One second, my throat's going. To get that herd mentality, even more of a frenzy. So, I know I'm going on a little bit. I've covered a few things. Are you guys with me so far? Can I get like a 1 or a yes or comment in there if I'm making sense and you guys are with me so far? Yes. A lot of yeses. Excellent. Sweet. Cool, Paul, Larry, Mike. Cool. So, yes. Cool, Robert. Going. All right. So, cool, Joe. All right. So, so what we want to do, and it's funny because it was a conversation I was actually having today with an agency who was like, yeah, we use Buffer. And I wasn't pitching BrowSEO at all. We weren't even, I was just there with someone else. And the person who I was with understood. He knew what BrowSEO was. He's like, no, you can't really compare Buffer to BrowSEO. And this was like a marketing agency. And she said, well, yeah, we syndicate through Buffer and it goes to, and I was just laughing. I mean, that's what these agencies are doing. That's what these people are actually doing as a whole, and believe that they're doing social media marketing. They believe that they're going and they're setting up their if this then that's and if this then that. And Buffer is great for syndication. It's great for getting your content out there to keep the candle lit, so to speak. It's just basically filler content that really doesn't get you much engagement. It's just I mean, I don't understand the real value of it, because I have a demo account here, and I don't post on it, and I only post on it every couple of weeks or every couple of months when I'm doing a webinar using this account or a demo, and within a couple of hours it's got 10, 20, 30, 40 likes, right? And it's because this was a profile that was started and used from the beginning, and it was always real, and it went out and engaged, and it got real people connected to the niche to be part of it, so that if you don't interact with them for, you know, a month or two, that's fine. You can come back. You were on holiday. I mean, how often do you see people, real people in the real world doing that? How often does that happen? And what happens? You see the feed, right? Comes up. How often are you like, oh shit, you know what? That's right. They haven't been online for like 6 months. I can't believe it. I don't realize. And all of a sudden I see them again. That's just the real world, guys. We don't need to constantly be syndicating our lives away all day long to both all of our sites and all of these. It's just not. It's just that there's no real point to it. I know a lot of people are pitching just syndicate, you know, just to keep it live. And yes, the WordPress sites and the Blogger and those sites for SEO purposes, it's good to have them all coming with new, fresh content. But from the social side, from Facebook and the social side, it's basically a 24-hour thing. We've found like something. Social media is quick. If it's going to catch, it's going to catch and it's going to go, and you're going to get serious traffic for 24 hours, 48 hours, and that's it. And then it's going to teeter off, and then something will happen every couple of months. Another person will come and they'll be like, hey, let me comment and hang out. I remember I never saw this before, and then it'll come back into the feed, you know, and you're getting like perpetual traffic constantly from, you know, all of these little posts that, you know, have gone out there. That's real. I mean, all social media has a very, very short lifespan. I mean, everything is pretty much, you know, 24 hours to 48 hours. I mean, I have, specifically with Twitter, I've actually got an authority account that I built like a couple of years ago. And if I scroll down far enough, it's like I see my name there, you know, so it's like there's a lot to do with age and authority with these accounts, with social media, specifically, I think with keyword related searches as well. I mean, it's I think each one is a little bit different, and it depends on how popular it's going to be. I mean, viral can be 20 million views overnight, you know, and viral in a niche could be like, yeah, we got 1,000 targeted visitors for, you know, bodybuilding or for e-cig, and we were able to then get from those 1,000 targeted visitors, we got like, you know, 50 or 100 of them to opt in. And that's really what we want to be doing with social media. We just want to be getting people to constantly opt into our offers, constantly opt in to whatever it is that we're doing. And that's really the key with social media is building that interaction, building that engagement, and then actually getting people to connect with you so that you can then connect with them again offline, right? Because it's very hard to get any sales, and I'm sure all of you know this, but I just want to reiterate that. It's very hard to get someone to pass, you know, just to part with cash when they're in a very social mood and they're just, you know, got ideas and watching, and, you know, things are passing by, and, you know, their attention span is that of a slug, and, you know, and they might save it and then probably forget to come back to it. So the best thing to do is always get the opt-in, always get them to you know, just get them off of Facebook so that you could later on have a conversation with them. So one specific strategy that that we can discuss that I'd like to give now is, so for example, if you have, and I haven't actually done that with this persona. This persona, you guys probably know, a lot of you know, is my bodybuilding persona. So I've got all these people here that want to be my friend, and it's like, and you can see that they're all bodybuilding, right? All bodybuilding, niche related, right? And there's just there's a constant flow of people constantly, as you can see, wanting to connect with this profile, this persona. And this persona doesn't even cover all of like tick all the boxes that I say to do. You know, like I used an image from a what do you call it? One of those stock images. Some reason, out of these 5,000 friends and 400 followers, people have not gone and done a reverse search. So although you guys are very savvy and know about this stuff, no one else knows about it. So, you know, just, and this is like also Facebook. They're not doing reverse image searches on all of the on all of the images that go up there would be impossible, right? But the point is not to use stock images. Absolutely not. I just went out and just completely just used the stock image and said, let's build an authority bodybuilding persona with a stock image. And check this out. Look at the stock image has got like 400 likes. It's insane. Wow, it's up to nearly 500. 491 likes, right? And you can see it's a stock image pretty much. So I don't know. I guess they think that she's a professional bodybuilder because I've got a couple. I bought a couple of the stock images there. So I've got more than one, and you know, they're of different angles and they're of the same person. So, you know, that might have sent off the right subliminal messages that it's a real person as well. Who knows? The idea is, anyway, you know, definitely go out and when you're building out the personas, you know, make them as real as possible. You fill out the information that you need there. So a concept, an idea would be, obviously where we're getting our traffic from is groups. Yes, groups. And also this tactic works very, very well on fan pages. And what you want to do is, I'm not going to go ahead and drill down with a fresh search, but you want to use FB Conversio for this Facebook, for the Facebook fan pages, and you know you want to be using this because this is what it was made for. It allows you to drill down and find pretty much the best content on Facebook. How many of you guys? And be truthful, how many of you guys are using FB Conversio regularly? Give me a 1 and a 0 if you're not. And like an X if you don't even know what it is. Damn, no one's using it. God almighty. I guess it's like I'm a terrible teacher, you know? I mean, I mean, I've got training on there and case studies on the channel. And that will be the next webinar. We're going to drill down into FB Conversio. And FB Conversio is very simple once you understand how it works. But that's going to be the next webinar for sure. We're going to go and we're going to do like an hour of just how we're going to use FB Conversio to find the best content and how we're going to use it to go ahead and manage our own groups so that we set aside and we have set up our own groups in our own folders that we know have got the highest engagement, that we've spent a little bit of time researching, and we know that these 15 groups with between 5,000 and 20,000 people in them have got the highest engagement. Posts are getting 500 likes, 50 comments, 1,000 shares. That's where you want to be posting. You don't want to be wasting your time posting in other places because number one, it's a waste of time. And number two, there's just no point doing it. You want to be in these places engaging and using the traffic that's readily and freely available within the Facebook group. So you want to be using FB Conversio, and FB Conversio, I'll do a training on that next, which will drill down and find the hottest, most popular groups. And the things that you want to look at when you're going into look at a group is the engagement on the posts. And then when you're looking at the fan page, you want to be able to see engagement. So we can look at that quickly here. So this would I've got a few here that have been preloaded from a previous search. So you see these are member groups. So I'm a member in every one of these groups, for example. So I can let me just close this side down so we've got some more room. And you can just click on these links and it'll come up over here. And because we're a member of the group, okay, we're not a member of that group. Oh, I got to log in and that's a closed one and we're in Chrome. Okay, so let's not deal with the groups right now because I don't want to confuse things. But this is how it works. So I want to do a fan page. Oh, I need to log in, don't I? So let me not confuse things and go through actually FB Conversio now. And I know I was about to do that, and I'm happy that I'm not logged in on that because I don't want to go and confuse things. I want to just talk about one tactic. The next training, we're going to discuss FB Conversio. We're going to dig deep into it. I'm going to show you exactly how to use it for groups and exactly how to use it to find content and to find the best places to constantly post to. And when you find that content, this is the tactic that you want to be using. So you want to create as you know, this is the main guru persona, right? So what you want is you want to have little minion personas or little follower personas that are constantly following her around and liking her stuff, and you want to build out, depending on the niche, between 25 to 100, and 100 is like massive. But can you imagine if you're in this group? Let's just find a group that we're in. What is it? Bookmarks /groups. Okay, so fitness team, ketones, bodybuilding and fitness. That's got 20. So many groups for bodybuilding. There's so much traffic for bodybuilding on Facebook. It's insane. There are 80 million groups, I think, but there's just so much traffic in these groups. It's crazy. If you do this right, and it's really hard to do it wrong, is you want to create a post. I'm not going to do that now because I haven't posted with this profile in a long time. But it's very, very simple. I touched on it earlier on. So when you're scrolling through your feed and you come across a post, even though you connect with it, you're not going to like it if no one else has liked it, or if only a few people have liked it. You're probably going to come back to it a little bit later once you know it's going to appear again in your feed, and then you're going to like it once it's got 10, 15, 20, 30 people that are liking it. So it's very, very, very simple, very, 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 very powerful. You're giving Facebook, you're giving the groups exactly what they want. So this has a two effect. So when you post in a group or on a fan page or on your own profile, it doesn't have to be in a group, but a group is where all like the massive traffic is. There's 11,613 members in this group. Okay, so the idea is that when you post, and it's very simple, but it's only simple because you have BrowSEO. Don't forget, it's not simple for anyone else that doesn't have the ability to just, command any account at your fingertips by clicking a button and just having access to it right then and there. No one else, if you don't have BrowSEO, you can't do this. So it might seem like such a simple tactic, and Bradley Benner kind of touched upon it last week on a call with Engagement, how BrowSEO has almost made it too easy, whereas you don't realize how much power you have in your hands by being able to just go ahead, make a post, and then come in with 5, 10, 15, 25 other personas that are built out real, that look real, that have also spent a little bit of time engaging, interacting, using the automation to join groups, like fan pages, like random posts and that kind of thing. Come in and comment. So the first, I don't have the stats here, and I'll have to find the stats exactly what they are, but it's the first 25 comments. It's very important. 25 comments is a number, right? So when you see that people have commented 25 times, or there are 25 likes, that's like big, and you want to get involved in that conversation. And in your mind, your monkey brain psychology takes over, and you go into the herd mentality, and you're just like, oh, let me get into this one. What is it like? That's just the way it goes. You get into it. So whether or not you're doing it in a group, whether or not you're doing it on your fan page, or whether or not you're doing it on a second fan page, you can do this on fan pages in comments. So you find a trending post in a fan page that's got a reach of 10 million people, and you go ahead and you comment on a trending post, and then you bring your minions in and you uplink, you like that comment, you bring that up, and then you could link out to a page, to another group, and it could be you never plug your own thing on social media. You always have to let someone else do it, and especially when you're dealing with affiliate stuff, no one's going to ever be plugging that, so you do need to have minions plugging this kind of thing for you, because it's just not going to work, and it's just, I guess it's just the way of the world. I was speaking last night with a congressman about every single place, every single one of those what do they call them, rallies that you have in these little towns where you see people with handmade handmade crayon, you know, they've drawn their own supporting things, and you know, oh, I want to vote for this guy. Those 99% of those guys are basically, they're fake. They're not real. They're real people who have been paid money to go and act like this and hold up these fake things saying, vote for him. And we all know this. You know this, right, guys? I mean, that's the way it works. I mean, I'm speaking to someone who's involved in the scene, who's politically involved, and that's the way it works. You know, when he actually found this out when he was much younger, it broke him. He didn't realize that that's actually the way that it worked. But it's the way of the world. The world itself is so black hat at its core. Funny thing is when we come online to the internet and we want to open up a persona and give a like here and there, and all of a sudden it becomes like black hat and it's not allowed. Do me a favor. Everything offline is black hat. You know, you come online and all of a sudden you have to wear a hat. It's black, it's white. It's ridiculous. So the reason why they don't want you doing this is because it's the algorithm. It's how it works, and it works across every single social network exactly the same. It's very simple. Instead of links, it's likes. Instead of backlinks in Google's, Facebook, they want to see likes, they want to see social shares, they want to see comments, they want to see interaction. They want to see that people, and you know that that's the way it works because you see a post that gets regurgitated after a couple of hours. After a couple of hours, you're able to see that, wow, okay, 5 more people, 20 more people, 30, holy cow, there's so many people getting involved in this. I want to get involved in it. I want to get involved in this conversation. And that's where you want to go with BrowSEO. You want to be going into these conversations and engaging like crazy with your market and just be real, because that's what people want. When you're real, it's a breath of fresh air. People can tell when you've got some syndicated bit of content because it says syndicated by Hootsuite, syndicated by this, syndicated by Sindwar, syndicated by this. Everyone knows it's been syndicated. You're not going to go and engage with the guy because you know that that's just, he's not there. You know, so imagine, you know, back to Instagram and Medium and getting rid of all of this automation and this auto posting and this if this then that integration with Medium. I say good riddance to it. Please get rid of it, because when I went personally onto Medium and I crafted a post that I wanted to be real and get, you know, engagement and interaction, which it did, I was looking at all of the related content that was appearing underneath it. I was like disgusted with crap that they had up there. You could see it was crap that was spun that didn't make any sense. And I had like this another aha moment. Just what a waste of time. Can you imagine a person actually reading that article, that garbage, that spun stuff? And the fact of the matter is, all that's going to happen is eventually Medium would just die, and it won't have the authority that it held anymore in Google, and it just won't rank like it did, and it won't pass the juice that it did, or it'll go no follow, or whatever the case might be. It will just get turned into some crappy spam site, and that's pretty much what could happen to any site when you let the bots get involved and just spamming out spun crap. Because in a world right now where everything is so fake, you know, social media right now is crying for people to be real. You know, you get into Instagram, you get onto Twitter, you get onto Facebook and Pinterest and just engage for 10 minutes, a half an hour a day. Pick 4 niches, not niches, get 5 personas, spend 10 minutes a day engaging with each one. You'll see unbelievable results in engagement and authority being built and traffic that's going to then be sent to your opt-in pages, your main money sites. That's the direction that you want to be going. So we want to be using the takeaway. The main thing that we're looking at here is just giving Facebook what it wants by providing good content. Okay, there's no point of doing all of this like building mini like to have that mini viral effect if the content is crap. There's no point. There's just no point, because you can go and get your 25, 30, 40, 50 minions in, but if those are the only ones that are going to be liking it, it's just not going to go anywhere, because it didn't hit a nerve. The best places to get information, to share, to one second with my throat, to get a drink. So the best places, I mean, there's all sorts of different content. I mean, the content that gets shared, that I want, that I'd like to, hope for it to go mini viral, is always based on other stuff that's popular already, right? So that's what FB Conversio is for. That identifies what's working. So you can very, very simply, without even using FB Conversio, you can go and, let's just, for example, go to bodybuilding. And so FB Conversio, for example, we'll do what manually what FB Conversio is going to do. So you type into FB Conversio bodybuilding, it goes and it does this search, and if you click posts, it will bring up these results. What did I spell it wrong there? I guess so. Let me spell it right. So it'll bring up these posts, and if I want to target pages and I type bodybuilding and then I click pages, it's going to bring up these pages. Okay, so the pages, they're not in order of likes. They're, I imagine, in order, mostly in order of popularity. So it's not a bad idea to do this manually first and really get involved with understanding what we're looking for and how to identify a popular bit of content, and then you literally just go out and either make a similar piece of content or go ahead and copy it and just download it and just add your own twist to it. And as long as it's not some sort of a copyrighted something like bodybuilding, here they do a lot of their own branding and stuff. So so you can see there I've given it a 4.5 star review. Okay, funny. That must have been a while ago. I don't remember doing that. So we can see 3 likes. Okay, it's not very popular. 1 like, not very popular. So we want to basically look for the most popular content. And the way to do that without going into the pages is to just do a general search. So if you do a general search, so this is the idea of the kind of content that you want to share, is content that is always popular. That's if you know that, and it's basically done really, really well already, it's going to go ahead and continue to do really, really well. You just need to get your own little angle. And as you can see, using the actual page, I mean I've been here for a couple of minutes and I just can't find like anything really popular. So I guess it's a good thing to just go through and understand that what you want is to just find a post with lots of comments, lots of likes, lots of shares, and then you'll know that that's popular. You're not going to really need to do much, speculating and contemplating and thinking whether or not, oh, is this content going to work? Is it going to get shared? Are people going to like it? So just go ahead and model your content off of stuff that's already been popular, that's already gone viral. So when you click all, it generally brings up everything, and it just does everything in order of popularity. So what's going on over here? Posts. So here we go. This is a bit of a popular one. We could see 21 likes already, 3 comments. So we're getting a little bit more because, this is the Facebook's own little algorithm over here, finding the most, latest stuff. So stars bodybuilding. Okay. And here we go. Another one, 2 likes, 142 likes. So yeah. Obviously, female content does really well for obvious reasons. People just share the crap out of it in the bodybuilding niche. 1 second, sorry, I see a couple of messages. Larry spam. That's right. Yeah, that's what I was talking about before. Yes, there's going to be a replay. I'm recording it, so as long as everything goes well, there's going to be a replay. I'll be posting that in the group. And here we go, 2K likes. Okay, so there you have it. You've got 2K likes there. This would be a good thing to share and, model an article on if you're in the bodybuilding niche, right? So bodybuilding and the laws of attraction, I would curate that article and come up with my own angle. That's a great thing to do. It works really, really well. You can curate to Web 2.0s. You can curate to your own site. It's worked really well in the past, just curating on WordPress site, WordPress.com, and linking that to your money site. And you curate it in such a way whereas you leave them with a hook and they really want to click on the link, so they go to your money site. And I've got a couple of case studies actually where we've done that and generated thousands and thousands of targeted bodybuilding views and a bunch of opt-ins overnight just doing this. So the other thing that I like to do, and that you should be using as well for content that you're going to want to be sharing and modeling your content on, is the RSS feed. Okay, so the RSS feed is we've added into the RSS feed the ability to find the most popular social content within. Hold on, I don't know why I've done that one. Let me just go to this one. Okay, so over here we've got feed, spot feed. In a minute, let me just move that. Can't see anything. Refresh that. And we've got this, the social shares, the social stats, right? So you could order it. Hold on, I think it's still loading. So what you can do is, for some reason they're taking a little bit longer to load the social stats right now. I don't know why. But what you can do is you can order by Facebook shares. Oh, there you go, they're coming through. Don't know why it took so long. Maybe it's the proxy, I guess. So you can order it by Facebook shares, and boom, immediately this article you want to curate. And because you're already logged in, you can go ahead and just share this directly to your own profile, your own page, your own fans. I always worried about supplements. What's your take? Okay, and that goes off to that profile. I've just shared the most popular article there today, and you know, if I'm going to want to curate something, that's what I'm going to want to curate. So you can right click that, send that to the browser, spend a little bit more time reading it, copy some content. You know, you've got the ability to literally curate like this directly from within here. So you can do right click, and if you click curate, it will send it to the PBN poster, all pre-formatted and everything. There you go. You have to do a bit of cleaning up, of course. Okay, we won't deal with that right now, but you know, it's just a matter of cleaning it up a little bit, and then you've got everything ready to curate. So now we've got this ready. It's got the link back, everything in block quotes. What you need to do is make another thing go up there, and then just go ahead and put your take, you know, your own, you know, just curate your message. And the key is to make sure that you're curating a little bit more than what you're copying. So if you've got 150 words you've curated, make sure to add 200 words. And that's all, and you're golden. You're going to be good. Hold on, I've got a couple of questions. Yeah, I guess we should. I should do something on just RSS, and because it's not just RSS, there are sites also that don't have RSS feeds. So we have the ability within BrowSEO to crawl those sites and get the most popular content from those sites. So we'll do a webinar covering that as well. So yeah, the idea, and please, we'll get a thread going in the group, and we'll have the weekly webinars covering these different topics. That's the idea. So I think FB Conversio should be the next one, because I can't believe how many of you haven't started using it yet and are not using it. It's just a great tool to use for Facebook marketing. It's the tool to use for Facebook marketing. Nothing else like that on the market that does what this does. It's very, very super powerful, and you'll be blown away next week's webinar. So I've showed you, I mean, the main concept that I wanted to discuss was, you know, how important it is to get your social profile and to use it to engage. I'm not saying get rid of buffer and get rid of these syndication tools. You know, you still should, and you should still have your if this then that networks, and you should still have them all syndicating, but that's not enough. It's just not enough. I'm sorry, you need to get in there. Well, it's enough for probably a majority of local, a majority of very low competition keywords. It's enough for pretty much all local marketing. Yeah, I mean it is. But if you're going to want to go a little bit bigger and broader, and you're going to need more than that. So let me just have a look. You're going to need. I mean, it's we haven't even discussed using PBNs, because PBNs and guest posts. I mean, it's still the most powerful backlink on the internet. Okay, we know that it's still the place to go. It's still the go-to backlink link that you've done awesome outreach to on a niche site, in a niche article with niche information around it. You know, that's the perfect backlink. That's what you want for SEO, right? But if you're doing social media and we're engaging like this, chances are you're going to come across a lot of people with those niche sites, and you're not even going to know it, but by putting your content out there and then coming out and engaging with your audience, you're going to then get a little bit more respect. You're going to get more eyeballs on your content and more people who have actually got those real niche sites that will go ahead and share and put your article and link back to you on that site. And that's just the way it works. We have content sites. It happens all day long, right? That doesn't happen with affiliate sites, right? So with affiliate sites, I'm kind of covering everything here, but I guess it makes sense though. With affiliate sites, you can't really expect that to happen. You really do need to manipulate the hell out of everything, because we know everyone doesn't know. No one's going to share anything to do with affiliates. No one's going to share a testosterone booster. No one's going to share, I'm taking this, you know, hair treatment. I'm taking this. You know, you need to go ahead and totally manipulate that system. People aren't going to share it. Okay, they're just not. So yes, you have the ability to use BrowSEO to create that bit of buzz. And no, you're not going to get anything affiliate viral, but you're going to at least be able to put your content in front of other people. And if you've got a site which is set up and really professional, it's not just some thin affiliate site, and you've got a real article that's of value, even if you're selling affiliate products, that's cool. They're going to still take that article and share it and put it on their profile, and someone could pick it up and you get a backlink. And that's just naturally how it works. That's the natural order of social media, and how it then filters down to become part of SEO. So I think that's it. I mean, we've kind of covered everything I wanted to discuss here without really digging into lots of other things and talking for the next 24 hours about every other thing we can talk about. I think we should probably just end the webinar here. We're coming up to about an hour. And what we're going to do is hopefully next week, I think next week we'll cover FB Conversio and look at how we're going to manage our Facebook and get that traffic regularly, so that we've got our groups all set up and we've identified our groups that we're going to be posting to, and then we've got our fan pages that we've identified that we're going to be posting to, so that you get a constant supply of, you know, of traffic, viral traffic, social traffic, which is real traffic, which is really what the sites want you to do. It's great, you know, manipulating it a little bit yourself, which is exactly what BrowSEO is for. It's there to get you that jump start. Right? But we still need to get, you know, content that's worthy to get past that jump start onto the, you know, onto the eyeballs of other people who are going to be like, oh yeah, this is great content. Let me share it. Let me, you know, so yeah, that's what we're going to discuss that next week. Yes, this has been recording, so hopefully no cock-ups, and it will, it'll be up over the next 24 hours. Let me just go into a couple of questions and answer some Q&A if you guys have, and spend a few minutes doing that now, and then we'll end the webinar. Okay, so let's just see. Okay, 1 second. What's going on here? I have no idea what I'm doing here, by the way, with GoToWebinar. I still have no idea what I'm doing with it. Okay, so yes, we're doing a webinar on RSS. That'll come up. That'll be in the future. Next one will be FB Conversio next week. either Monday or Tuesday, first half of the week. I don't know yet. I'll post it. Actually, no. I think it was set up already. It's as of now set up for Monday, but I think it might conflict because I've been doing limitless webinars as well. So it'll be either Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. The first 3 days, you'll get an update if the date changes. Are there plans to expand limitless with backup capabilities? Yeah, actually, I have that version on my hard drive, and I've been testing it, and we're going to be uploading it very, very soon. It's just one tiny little bug that we want to iron out of there, and then we're going to upload it. But yes, that's already available within Limitless, and we're syncing everything. It's done. I have it. I'm using it. Be jealous because it's freaking awesome, but I'm not going to release it without this 1 or 2 things perfectly fixed, which is where it's there. Because what we're also working on, what I'm releasing over the next couple of days as well, which is going to be insane for Facebook engagement, as you all know, is Facebook Live. And we have it set up in the same way as we have Limitless set up. Behind proxies, behind IPs, enabling you to go ahead and stream pre-recorded stuff to your fans. So take this demo account, for example, that I have here. This is a demo, 4,875 real friends. And a lot of those are going to get, I think pretty much everyone gets an update. But what we've done, we've got something else that we've added in that I haven't seen anyone do, which is, I'm not going to discuss that right now. I'm going to leave that as a surprise, and I'm going to release that. Well, maybe we'll have a webinar covering it all because it's a totally different beast altogether. The changes for Limitless, we've added in search. Limitless is basically going to become BrowSEO, guys. So that's where we're going. That's what's happening. We are working on... No, we haven't. I know I'm getting a bit sidetracked here, but let me answer that question very quickly. We haven't. No, I mean, people are saying you could upload hundreds a day, and I would not. I mean, I don't see the point. You have the ability to create as many as you want, as many personas as you want. And I mean, I would just take a couple of accounts and just test and see what's and break the limits. I haven't had the need to do that. I haven't been doing that. So, you know, if you guys are uploading mass videos for your accounts and local marketing and all that kind of stuff, I would just take a demo account, just take one Gmail, one YouTube account, and just get some dodgy videos and just upload and see what happens. Best way to do it. Then you'll know exactly and report back and let us know in the group what you found. I've not come across anything. But I haven't uploaded more than I think 5 or 15, 5 or 10 in a day at the most on one channel. I have no problems with that whatsoever. And the changes that we've made that are coming in Limitless. Here, well, let me show you. I can show you here, just so that you know I'm not lying, and it is actually already in Browse. It is in Limitless. So you see 1.2, and what we've got in here already is we've basically, this is the new, like I said, this is the new BrowSEO. This is how BrowSEO is going to work. We're going to come out with a new version very, very soon. Much more streamlined, much more efficient, and easier on your system resources. We're not going to be opening up everything at once in the same way as it does with BrowSEO right now, so it does tend to sometimes lag if you've got a lot going on in a persona, or if you've got hundreds or thousands of accounts and you don't have a super powerful computer. It's a little bit laggy when you get to the 1,000 account mark. So I don't know if any of you have experienced that. So BrowSEO will become limitless. Okay, in so much as this format, see what we've got here is search. So for those of us who have got hundreds and hundreds and 1,000 accounts and you've no idea where they are, we have now, for example, what is an account in here? RBS. Let's say I don't know where RBS is, so I just type RB, and there you go. It's found it. You click on it, opens it up. You can now, there it is. So you have that, which is already in, as you can see. Then, if you want to go ahead and change out your proxies and settings and everything, we're going to have everything on a dedicated dedicated settings page like this. So if you want to go ahead and change out the proxies of just of let's say this folder, you can just say check uncheck all. So it's just done those, and now you can just change out these proxies. So it's much easier, as you can see. You know what it's like now with the way that it works. It just works right now with just so, it's just so system intensive resources the way that it works. Yeah, it's awesome, guys, isn't it? So yeah, it's insane. It's going to be, it's so much better, so much faster, and this is where we're going. And the other major thing that we've been working on for over a year, by the way, and there was a heated discussion a couple of weeks ago in the group about cookies and cache and everything. And yeah, it can be a bit of a problem if you're never deleting your cookies and cache. You can get like 10, 20, 30 gigabyte hard drive. I mean, it can get massive. It can get massive. So we couldn't find a smart way of doing it, and we didn't want to just limit the cache. So I know, you don't want to know. You want to know what mine is? Mine is like 60 gig. Okay, and I've been filtering it down. I have like a lot of accounts, a lot. It's literally 60 gigabyte. Okay, so so trust me, we've been working on this solution for over a year, and we haven't been literally working on it, but we've been aware and looking at how is the best way to implement this into BrowSEO. And the best way to implement it into BrowSEO is doing a complete overhaul and running it through this new platform that we've developed, which is much more advanced and works so much smoother under the hood. Okay, so so the way that it's going to work is we're going to have a smart, well, right now we have a smart caching system that saves the cache and the cookies and everything. We're going to have a freaking genius caching system where you're going to be able to just earmark and click or put in whitelists of URLs, Facebook, Google Plus, Twitter, all of that stuff that will never get deleted, and then you can go ahead and set a limit to your cache to 500 megabyte or 30 megabyte and just let it constantly delete and delete once it gets to that limit. So you never have to worry about that getting any crazy anywhere near those sizes in the future when we release this new version. So you're going to be able to just allocate, whitelist the domains that you want, that you never want to delete the cache, and then it will go ahead and constantly delete all the other cache for you. So that's why we haven't actually implemented it yet, and that is how it will be implemented when we do get around to implementing that over the next, it's going to be a couple of months away till we get the full overhaul, but that's how that's going to work. So yeah, we're going from a smart caching system to a genius caching system. Yeah, it's awesome. Okay, so those are the plans. That's where we're going. Nobody knows how to do that. No. I mean, it's going to make things real streamlined, smoother, easier, less resource intensive, and also just the actual workflow is much easier, much faster, much smoother, and it keeps you much more organized as well. So I'm going to end the webinar unless there are any other questions, and then we'll get the recording up and sent out over the next, I guess, 24 hours or so. Okay, you're welcome, Larry. Any more questions? If not, I'm going to end the webinar. It was great hanging out, guys, and talking. Hope you got a lot from it. Did you guys get did you guys get anything from that? Can I get maybe give me a big, a yes, a big yes if it was a good webinar and you understood a little bit more, you learned something, you got something out of it. Okay, awesome. You're welcome, Robert, Joe, Andrew, Phil, Ryan, Larry's left, Paul, Mike, awesome, Robert, yes, awesome, so happy, awesome, great. So really looking forward to next week. We're going to drill down FB Conversio. You guys are going to love that. I see one more question snuck through here, Mike. Hold on a second. When buying proxy, the best to buy them close to your business. If you're doing local marketing, I guess that helps. So yes, if you're doing local marketing, I believe that helps. But the best thing to do is to ask in the group, because it's packed with local marketers and they'll be able to point you in the right direction of where to get those proxies, and if it really does make such a massive difference. So I don't know if it makes such a huge difference, but like I said, I'm not a massive local marketer. Guys in the groups are asking there. You'll get some great feedback. All right, Mike, you're welcome. You're welcome, guys. See you in the group. Take care.